Hi. This is going to be the part 2 of the Stan ex-listener. I don't know if you guys really like this series. But I'm gonna continue it for now. Because there's literally barely any parts that are getting updated for the Kyle ex-listener, and I don't really know, like, I'll find another Kyle ex-listener to do, but I won't post again tonight because I'm tired and I had to work earlier, so I don't really want to film another video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you so much for 396 subscribers. I'll say more about that at the end of the video, but yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's get on to the video. Oh, I forgot to say this is the next part to the Stan ex-listener. I know you guys didn't really like it that much because, I mean, I don't know if you guys liked it or not. There's just no comments on the video, and so I'm just gonna assume you guys didn't like it as much as you liked the Kyle ex-listener. So yeah, I'll get back to posting Kyle ex-listener. I just wanted, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Chapter 6. Today was a nice field trip at the skiing park for all the students in 12th grade who were to stay for a week. Today was a nice field trip at the skiing park for all the students in 12th grade who were to stay for a week. So, like this? Wyan asked Heidi, one of her friends that she most trusted in. Yeah, now just move sideways on the snow, Heidi said while smiling. Okay. Whoa! Wyan tripped over a rock and fell on the snow on her face. Ow, this is no fun, she said, lifting her head. Watch out, listener gasped. She turned her head, seeing Stan on a sled and rushing down to her direction as the two bumped into each other. Damn it, why does everything happen to me? Wyan said. Stan got up with a slight blush. Well, maybe you should be more careful. Wyan groaned and growled and got up. Oh my god. Whatever. Why would you even sled in the first place? Last time I went skiing was not a pretty picture, and I'm not risking to put up with that again, Stan replied, looking away. If you suck at skiing, you can just say it. And here, I thought I was the only one who didn't know how to ski, Wyan said. Shut up! It's been a while, Stan yelled. You know, you can just ask Wendy for lessons. I heard that she has a crush on you, Wyan said. Well, I'm not interested in her. Why wouldn't you go ahead and ask your crush to teach you your lessons so you can suck his dick? Wyan blushed at the comment, knowing her crush was right in front of her. So, how's your brother? She broke the awkward silence. Fine, he's none of your concern. Stan turned and dragged his sled. But Wyan wasn't going to like that as she walked up aside Stan. Stan, come on. Aren't we friends? She said. No. Hey, touch guy. Stop trying to act so cool. I didn't expect every guy to be tough. Come on. If I'm gonna be your tutor, I'm gonna advise you with your schoolwork and your social life, no matter what. Stan blushed. He then looked down. Okay, you maybe want to get a cup of cocoa later? Wyan nodded. I'd love to. Chapter 7. So your brother is sleeping over at his daycare. Wyan lifted her cup of hot cocoa from the glass plate. Stan nodded. Yeah, he's My only remaining family member I have left. What do you mean by that? Nothing. Jesus. The cats, sorry. Wyan took a sip of her beverage, staring at Stan with a suspicious look. She sighed and placed her mug down. Stan, can you just drop it? Stan and Wyan blinked. Then they turned their head to the direction where the voice came from. Why should I? You know it's right. You heard Craig yell. Wendy clenched her fist for the last time. I'm fine. My life is none of your concern. Well, I'm sorry for putting in a little care for someone that is literally lying to everyone, Craig yelled. Why you little... Wendy aimed for a fist until a hand grabbed her arm, making her stop. Wendy, that's enough, Wyan spoke up, clenching hard on her hand. Wendy stared at Listener for a quick second, then at Craig as she pulled out of Wyan's grip. Come on, guys, this is basically our last field trip together. Let's just have fun with no drama, okay? Kyle went between the two. Wendy crossed her arms. She walked past Wyan and exited the room. What was that about? Stan asked, walking beside Wyan. Holy shit. Wyan. Listener struggled. I don't know. Seems strange. I should go try to talk to her. Don't try. She's too stubborn. Even if you try to talk with her, she'll snap. Craig spoke up. Wyan looked down in disappointment and confusion. Listener was staring up at the ceiling, thinking and not knowing what to do. Hey, Listener, we're gonna go out. Wanna join us? She heard Red's voice. I'm good. Okay then. Exiting out of the hot spring with clean clothes, Listener was walking her way back to the hotel. She entered and turned the knob, using her towel to dry her hair. She sighed until she heard rustling coming from the closet. An eyebrow was raised. She walked to it slowly with a face full of I don't know what the fuck that word is. And a little fear. A face full of a little fear. Once she opened it, she gasped. The hell? Inside of her closet was Kenny, Craig, and Kyle, and Clyde. She then heard giggles. She whispered it. She whimpered and stared at the floor until she was pulled in by Kenny as he closed the closet door all the way. What are you guys? Kenny covered her mouth. Please stay quiet. I'm begging you, he hissed. The sound of an open door was heard. Huh? Lister's not here. She's probably with Stan or something. Those two are obviously made for each other. Yeah, right. Listener's a total smartass. Well, Stan is so stupid. He might not even graduate. Wendy, jeez. Since when were you against Stan? Oh, be quiet, Red. It's not Stan who she's in meaning of. It has to be about Listener. No, baby, no. No, Wendy. Wendy, as a bisexual, I'm sure you're in love with Listener. Since day one, you've asked her to help with decorating for the dance. You tried to even send body languages. Gasps were heard from the girls. So I bet you that Listener is hetero. She might not even find you all that. As of today, you might as well be trans. But I doubt she'll ever love a girl like you. I bet even if I tell her now, she would barely speak to me. Baby, that's not true. Yes, it is. Stop denying it. If you want, listener, you being hated to stand for hanging out with her in the first place. Listener is my friend, and I don't want her to end up like a total slut like you did. You got pregnant when you were 14, for Christ's sake. You got an abortion. That's a sin. Think about it, Wendy. Have your sense of dignity and leave the poor girl alone before anyone gets hurt. Wyan felt tears start to form in her eyes, trying to hold back, but she couldn't stop. You know, I'm heading out. I'm calling my parents. I can't stand this fucking place. Wait, Wendy, she didn't mean it. Hold up. Whatever. The door was slammed, but was open one more time. A minute went by, and the five got out of the closet. Whoa. Looks like Wyan's got a lover, Clyde said. Dude, not now. Kyle scolded. Listener, you okay? Yeah, just, you guys better be heading. I'll catch you guys later. The group nodded, exiting the room with awkward and upset looks. Wyan was in for it now. Chapter 8. Wandering around the area, Wyan walked on the cold and soft snow. She lifted her head slightly, seeing Wendy only a few feet away from her. Standing next to her, she noticed, Hey, listener. Hey, I thought you were planning to leave. Change of plans. My parents are picking me up tomorrow due to the blizzard and stuff. Oh, okay. Best be on my way. Wait. Wyan tilted her head slightly. Yeah? I knew Stan since the preschool, and he's done many stupid things, so as a suggestion, you should stay away from him. What? Why? Hasn't he told you? Told me what? Watch out! A sled zoomed down the hill and bumped into Wendy, knocking her down on a pile of snow. Listener had some snow on her, and she wiped it off. On the sled was Craig and Stan, staring at the two girls. Whoops. Sorry, guys, Stan said. Won't happen again, Craig added. Sorry, my ass. Wendy stood up and walked to Craig with a strict look. Do you think this is funny? Kinda is. Well, it's not. You knew I was in the way. I saw you sled down the hill in my direction. You did it on purpose, didn't you? Okay, let's not start anything. Stan got in the middle of the two. Well, yeah, because you keep talking crap about behind people's back, Wyan. Is just trying to help. Stan to graduate, while you over here try to act like you're the total smartass you think you are. And here I thought we were gonna drop this fight, but I guess you're bringing it up. It's not my fault Stan is stupid. Besides, I bet listener can barely tutor dyslexics. Wendy pushed Craig down the Wendy pushed Craig down the snow hard. What? Wyan was in shock. She tilted her head to Stan, giving an embarrassed look. Alright, I've had it. Craig got up and smacked Wendy across the face, knocking her hat off her hat. Wendy growled, Dick. She kicked Craig in the stomach as a fight started to commence. Watching them from above was Kyle, Kenny, and Cartman. Oh boy, that doesn't look good, Kenny said. Oh shit. Okay, Kenny, you get the teacher. Cartman and I will head down and stop it. Roger. Guys, please stop. Ryan tried to separate them, but by standing in between them. A punch was then hit across her face, leaving a huge bruise. Stan gasped in horror. He couldn't bear to watch the problem he had caused. He backed away by the minute without any of them noticing. After a few minutes, the fight was over. "Guys, stop it!" Kyle yelled. Kenny held Wendy in control as she breathed heavily to catch her breath. Ryan held Craig in control from doing any more harm. With bruises and some blood on his face and jacket, she examined the area. She gasped, "Stanley? Stanley? Oh God, he's gone." She dropped Craig and was now in a worried tone. "Yep, so much for a trip." Chapter 9. Wine was sitting on a big pillow with her legs crossed and looking down at the carpet. She felt disappointment. She felt anger. She felt sadness. She felt lost. "Wyan?" She gasped and tilted her head slightly, seeing her mother running with speed, wrapping her arms around her daughter. "Oh my, listener, are you okay? We were so worried." Mother? What are you guys doing here?" "We got a call from the school, and they said a fight was held." "Oh, your face. What's wrong with your cheek?" Wyan placed a hand on her bandage. "Oh, it's just a little mark." "Oh my God." She heard her mother mutter, "Listener, can I?" The door was open. "Oh, is this a bad time?" Ryan shook her head with a weak smile. "No, it's okay, Kyle." "Good." Kyle entered the room along with Cartman, Kenny, and the girls. He handed Ryan his green notebook, and she noticed it was open to a specific page. Cartman said that he encountered a few footprints that looked similar to Stan's, but the footprints led to a dead end. "So, in other words, we need your help," Kyle exclaimed. Listener nodded. "Okay, what do I need to do?" "We just need you to find out the location he is at so we can bring him back," Kyle replied. Listener examined the pictures. She thought for a moment. She tried real hard about this. She wanted Stan. She needed Stan. And she wanted to be with him for as long as possible. She gasped, hand me a Sharpie." A Sharpie was placed in her hand. She started sketching out a map of the area that the fight occurred. Craig, Wendy, and I standed around the east. Stan probably ran off from behind us. That could have an explanation why we didn't see him," Wendy said with a monotone voice. Wyan nodded. "Right." She continued to sketch. In addition, there's a huge hill, isn't there?" "Hey, yeah," Cartman jumped in. "That hill is called Angel's Peak." Yes, it makes sense. There's a big, neat boulder that keeps people from passing it. Stan must have gone there," Kyle added. "Perfect. We got his location. Time for us to find him." Baby smiled. "All right, let's do it. Mission Find Stan is a go." Kenny took out a fist. The group met their fists together with a smile and a cheer. "Okay, so this is how it's gonna go down tomorrow morning." "Why tomorrow morning?" Kenny interrupted. Look," Kyle pointed. It was pitch dark outside, and snow was fell hard on the ground fast. "Oh, yeah, you're right. It would be a suicide mission to go out in that kind of weather. Jeez, I hope Stan's all right." Ryan felt like throwing out words that she had never said before. She clenched on her pants hard. She couldn't resist. Wait, I'm going to find Stan now. Everyone gasped and looked at her with a strict and red face. Her mother then spoke up. Now? That's cute and all, but this is no time to make jokes. I'm not making a joke. I'm going to find him on my own. As I said, my little girl isn't going anywhere. But mother, Stan might be hurt or dying. I can't just leave him hanging. He's my responsibility. Wyan, this is ridiculous. You barely know this person, and you already like him. I knew this public school would be a bad influence on you. I knew this from the start. Now, as your mother, you are listening to me and do as I say. But that's not... Are you even listening to yourself, Wyan? Just look at you. You're small, fragile. You got hurt. Mother, Now you're going back home where you belong. You're going to continue your studies under your father and I, and you're going to heal like a normal girl. You cannot fall behind your fall behind your studies over a dumb boy. I'm going. Everyone gasped in fear. Sorry. Wyan's mother was in shock. She stared at her daughter with a scared look. My little girl, she's turning into a delinquent. I'm sorry, Mom, but I want to talk about this. I want to talk about how bad I am. If you want to talk about how bad I am, go ahead, but never talk about my best friend like that. You barely know him. Don't you remember what you said to me as a kid? To never judge a book by its cover. Looks like you're showing the exact opposite. Shame on you. You don't want to admit the fact that I'm growing up and now I'm old enough to make my own decisions. I don't need you to pick them for me. I'm done with that. How am I gonna learn if I don't? That's why. She looked down. I'm going to live with him, and he's his little brother, and become a happy family, and we'll live just fine without you. Wyan's mother was in tears. She sighed. I knew this would happen. Okay. I know you'll be fine. You were right. Go ahead. Live with your true love. You have my blessing! Sorry, that's so fucking cute. She gave a weak smile with her pupil shining in the light. She hugged her mother. Thank you, Mother. Chapter 10. Walking through the hard snow, Wyan slid through the hills nearby and past the trees. Wyan shivered from the cold, but she wasn't going to give up. Reaching your destination, she noticed a net with messed up. A net was messed up and all bent. As if someone tripped over it. Wyan raised an elbow. She gasped, seeing footprints leading down the steep hill. She took a deep breath, looking down, trying to think for a minute what to do. Pulling out a walkie-talkie she put it near her mouth. Kyle, call the police. I think I found something. She sighed and slowly passed the net, sliding down slowly at first, seeing a figure in the middle of the trees distant, and it gained surprise for her. Wyan, are you there? What did you find? You found Stan? Wyan? She heard Kyle's voice from the walkie-talkie. I need to breathe, jeez. Wyan's eyes went wide, ignoring the voices. She went full speed to the figure, almost having tears of joy. Stan! She yelled, pushing everything aside, running to the unconscious person kneeling near him. She turned him to her slowly, seeing a huge scar on his cheek. Oh, Stan. She hugged the teen in tears of joy. I gotta get you back to the gang. No, I don't want to go back. A response was heard. Wyan gasped, staring at Stan's responsive body. Stan, you have to. No, there's no need. He pushed you aside and fell hard on the snow. Stanley, you're being ridiculous. I'm not. No, I'm not. Just stay away from me. Stan turned and got up weakly and continued to run deep into the snow. Stanley, please! Wyan followed the teen and past many trees and trudged through the blizzard. She was then surrounded by 6 paths, and not knowing which one to go, she was almost crying. Stan, please. I just want to help you. But if you did, you get hurt. So your safety is all I care about. You honestly think I care how hurt I am that you're dyslexic? Please, Stanley, you're the only person I want to help. So please come out and let me bring you back. Please. A silence went by with only a hard wind blowing by. Footsteps were then heard from a distance. Grabbing Ryan's attention, she gave a weak smile, seeing Stan walking weakly to her. Stan fell on his knees and started sobbing hard, not wanting to stop. I'm sorry, all of this is my fault. Don't you get it? If you didn't meet me in the first place, you wouldn't have gotten into this mess. You wouldn't be searching for me or concerned about me. And with Wendy having feelings for you, I should just stay away from you. Listener looked down, then she crouched down. Stan gripping on his 2 arms. Stan looked at her in confusion. Ryan then pulled him in and smashed her lips onto his, with Stan in shock that his best friend was kissing him, but he melted into the kiss. And by the second, Ryan pulled in deeper to the last kiss for a very long time. Almost 2 minutes went by, and Ryan finally decided to break the kiss, staring into Stan's eyes, noticing that he was not crying anymore. Stan, I don't care about what I get involved in. I just want to be with you. I want to be by your side. You're the person I don't want to let go. So please come back with me forever, and I promise you won't regret anything. Stan gave a weak smile and nodded. Okay, I'll come back. I'm just tired. He fell into Ryan's arms. Ryan gave a weak smile and pulled Stan onto her back. Don't worry, I got you. Walking up the high hill, it only made Ryan grow weaker and weaker by the second, but she was bound to give up, but she was not bound to give up. She could remember the stuff Stan had told her and what he's been through in his life, and she wasn't gonna stop until she saw a smile on his face, and she wasn't gonna stop until he loved her. Ryan, are you there? Please say something. She saw flashlights going all over the place in panic. The young teen grunted from the cold. She then waved a huge wave as the flashlights pointed at her. Help! And with no hesitation, you fell on the cold snow with Stan, knowing that you were both safe, more or less. Okay, so that was it for this. There's only a few, 2 more chapters, and I don't really want to read them because it's already getting long and I want to make another video. So yes, literally I want to say, because before I had only wrote it down, but literally thank you so much for 396 subscribers. That is so crazy to me. I did not think that people would actually like my content. So I don't know if you guys want like a name or something, like for me to call you guys or something. I don't know. I see a lot of YouTubers do it, but I don't know if you guys want one or not. I was thinking something like honey or bee related, if so, but that is your guys' decision. And I hope you have a good day, night, or afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow.